Have you ever wondered what it would be like in an alternate universe if football just got reset? As in, all the contracts just... No one was contracted to any side. Football was completely refreshed. Would it have a massive impact on world football? Would teams that we never expected to be winning things being able to get massive players and being able to become a dominance in European football? Well, we're about to find out here in what you call an experiment video. We are going to find out today what would happen if every single player in world football became a free agent. Who would fall and who would rise? Let's get into it. Right then, potentially one of the most bizarre experiments I'll ever do on my channel. It is, let's release everyone. You can tell I'm a creative mind, can't you? No, but I think that I love experiments, mate. I love experiments. And Football Manager is the best game to do these football experiments on. And, you know, just randomly, I was like, I wonder what would happen, like, not just to clubs, but to players if we just released everyone. Just released everyone, like, likes of Messi, every club you can think of. Over I think it's 15,000 players got themselves released on this database. And I'll give you a quick look of some of these players as, like Neymar, released. Is he wanted by anyone? He's not. Messi, released as well. Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, all the big guns. I mean, Mbappe as well. All the big guns have all been released. So it'll be interesting to see what clubs actually pick the big boys up and who can afford their wages as well. I mean, another interesting thing I think is going to be, well, interesting, is what's going to happen in terms of the league structure, in terms of, are we going to get a random side that's managed to pick up some incredible free transfers, like the likes of Leeds, maybe going to get like a Neymar or something like that, and just dominate the league? Are we going to have a Liverpool get relegated, like one of the big clubs in the Premier League, get themselves down to the Championship because they just can't get the players in to compete at this level? And the same with like the Championship, the League One, League Two. All their players have been released. As I said before, over 14,000 players have been released in this database. And, you know, Arsenal, for some reason, I don't know if it's a bug, but for some reason it's showing like captains and vice captains are still here. But as you can see, Bellerin and Aubameyang have been released. Wolves, once again, it says Ruben Neves, Declan Rice, all released. So all like, it's going to be Jake Livermore. I mean, it'll be interesting to see who takes up Jake Livermore. Tottenham, Kane's gone. So will Kane finally get his dream move to Real Madrid, maybe? We'll have to wait and see. And obviously all of the English players here, we've got Joe Gomez, Trent, Sterling. I mean, where's he going to go? And, like, obviously we've got the big teams in Europe as well. Barcelona, are they going to be able to potentially restructure their side? Restructure their side to get, like, obviously they have issues in real life at the moment with their wage structure. They have sort of a reset on their wage structure. So are they going to be able to actually, you know, fix that with this reset? Or Barcelona potentially going to get relegated? We don't know. This is going to be interesting, and obviously a massive reset in all the big sides, like leagues like the Bundesliga that has been dominated quite a lot by Bayern. It gives all these other teams a chance to get some players in to compete with Bayern. And, you know, it could be that it just essentially Bayern just get all the big players and return to normal and they dominate, but we just don't know. And, you know, I think this is going to be incredibly interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 videos. We're going to do the first 5 years in today's video. We're going to do 5 to 15 years. in the second, then 15 to 30 in the third. So it's going to take quite a lot of simulating. But if you do like these sort of videos, feel free to put in the comments if you like them. Like and subscribe, very much appreciated. But let's go to the end of the first season and see what is starting to develop. Okay, then, we are at the end of the first season of this experiment, and the first thing I am immediately noticing is on this available jobs and insecure jobs screen is there's some very big teams here, a lot of big teams that are potentially either getting sacked or don't have a manager. Like, if we look at the available jobs, you've got the likes of Tottenham, Villarreal, Chelsea, Bilbao, Everton, Atalanta, Chelsea, Marseille, Southampton. So a lot of Leicester there as well. Liverpool available jobs. So Liverpool manager has been sacked. And then on the insecure jobs, we have some random managers that I don't know who they are. Pablo Manzano, a random 31-year-old manager, is apparently under pressure at Barcelona. I mean, a random region manager has got himself the job at Barcelona. I mean, what opportunities is this save going to give people here? Pep Guardiola's at Atletico Madrid. Right then. That is... I mean, he was... Barcelona, now Atletico Madrid. Barcelona Madrid fans do not like him immediately. We've got... Who else have we got? Any other big teams here? Not really. Some national teams, but we don't really need to worry about the national teams. Chelsea available jobs. John Terry's the manager. Oh, you couldn't script it. John Terry, the Chelsea manager, is back in charge. I say back in charge. He's never managed Chelsea, but he's at Chelsea. What a man. What a man. I mean, is he doing well? He's a caretaker manager, so I'm assuming he was part of the backroom staff. But could he get the permanent manager job? You'd love to see it. Tottenham? Porto? Oh, he's their captain. Right, okay. I was confused then. So I think there's only one area to start in this first year would be the Premier League, right? It would be the Premier League. Who has won? It's Manchester City. Right then. So Manchester City have dominated the league pretty much. I'm seeing here Lukaku's at Man City. Trent Alexander-Arnold is at City. Daley Blind's at Liverpool. I mean, madness apparently. The top four is probably relatively the same as what you'd expect. I mean, we'll go here so you can see the relegations. Leeds have got themselves relegated. They've got Diego Jota at Leeds. Right then. I mean, what is Leeds' squad looking at? I mean, that is a tragic sight, I must say. Oh, Leeds. They've got a 15-year-old at the back. No wonder they've got relegated. Are these all rejects? Oh, Leeds. What has happened? They've got Matt Doherty. You know they were desperate. But they somehow got Jota, who's not had a great season with them, to be fair. How many goals did they concede? They had a minus 51 goal difference. They score... The jokes aside, right, don't be like that, you dirty dogs. They conceded 69 goals and scored 18. Oh, God, Leeds, what's happened to you? So Manchester City won the league pretty dominantly by the looks of it. 99 points, so just 1 point before the Centurions, the second Centurion for Manchester City, and wow. Right, how did they win the league with that size squad? Peter Gulacki, ex-Liverpool, right? Yeah, they got him on a free. Colin Koosmans as their goalkeeper from Ghent. They got Trent Alexander-Arnold. They got Inaki Williams, Lukaku, Callum McGregor. Where's he from? He got 14 assists, to be fair. Blimey, from midfield. Jesus. Weston McKennie from Bayern? No, Schalke. I'll get it right one day. They have got... I mean, this is to be expected, right, I suppose. This is to be expected, that they're going to have small squads. Man United getting second. Oh, United fans have literally... United fans are going to need to change their pants after this, blimey. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's back at Manchester United. Oh, you love to see it. He scored 10 and 15. It's not a massive goal haul in the appearance. Did he have an injury at all? No, he didn't. Okay. So Manchester United got Ronaldo back. They bought Johnny Evans. I mean, with one positive comes a negative, I suppose. James Maddison, Hector Herrera, Munane, Tonali, Dusan Tadic, Southampton. I mean, he scored 17, to be fair. I mean, Ronaldo back at Manchester United. You'd love to see it. Who's their manager? Nick Davis. What a man. The next Sir Alex Ferguson, apparently. He's got second in his first league campaign. He's won the FA Cup with them as well. Nick Davis, what a boy. And Hector Herrera is their vice captain. I mean, a small squad once again. Arsenal getting third. Oh, I would have loved it if they got fourth. Wolves getting fourth. Brighton getting Euro Cup. Chelsea and Liverpool missing out on top four. So their managers are probably going to get sacked. Tottenham getting ninth. So Tottenham perhaps turn into a mid-table side. But Arsenal, Phil Foden. Arsenal got Phil Foden as their key player. Nicolas Soule. Who else? Alan McGregor. Lucas Ocampos. Luis Gustavo. I mean, no one massive there that you like. No one really bizarre, really, is it? I mean, let's look at Wolves' side, because apparently they got Harry Maguire. Of course they did. Davinson Sanchez, Harry Maguire, George Baldock, Johnny, Calvin Phillips. I mean, the squad's not great. They got Alfredo Morelos from Rangers. Yeah. He scored 9 goals in 16. Who's the manager of Wolves? Manny McCormick. Once again, these names are magical, I must say. Manny McCormick. Blimey. You love to see it. I mean, I'll go through all the squads very, very quickly so you can have a look and pause if you want to. I mean, if you spot something and I don't spot it initially, feel free to put it in the comments. Aston Villa. No one there. Brighton and Hove Albion, obviously, in 7th. They got Nigel de Jong. Ollie Watkins. Burnley got Arjen Robben. Burnley. I mean, that is bizarre. I mean, he's back in the Premier League, not with the side you'd expect. Chelsea, they got Mandanda. I mean, how they finished? How did they did not get any injuries. I mean, I suppose the first season all comes down to who gets the most injuries, right? Palace, Everton. Everton didn't have a great time. Everton was so close to relegation as well. How did they not get relegated with that squad? What? Tim Marsh, he's a 16-year-old world keeper. How many appearances does he have? Oh my God. He got 5.81 rating. I mean, that is one very demotivated and not confident 16-year-old. He got oh my God. Tim Marsh. He's most... What? Fulham, my boys. I mean, I don't support Fulham, but Jack Harrison, Callum Jones, Leeds United. We already looked at them, didn't we? Leicester City. No one there, really. Liverpool got Mason Mount. I mean, Liverpool is a side that I'm interested in personally. They got Wan-Bissaka, not a fan. Zuma, not a fan. Tierney, not a fan. Right, are we just getting players from that have played or are playing for rivals? Mason Mount, Theo Hernandez. AC Milan save. Jack Grealish. I mean, I've got poor memories of him. 7-2 Liverpool Villa. I mean, that's probably a stronger squad from what most teams have, but apparently, I mean, they have no manager. Who was their manager? Casper Bissen. I mean, he apparently likes opening ovens. I mean, he's got himself sacked. So is Jurgen Klopp going to come back? You never know. Manchester City already looked at them, right? Yeah. No, did we? I can't remember now. Lukaku, Inaki Williams, Trent, Frankie de Jong. Yeah, we did look at them. Manchester United. Yeah, we've Newcastle. Danny Ings at Newcastle. Maitland-Niles, John Stones, Ryan Bertrand. Tottenham with a very small squad. Right, La Liga. What's La Liga saying? Who's won La Liga? Oh, I spelt it wrong. Let's go to Barcelona. Have they got Messi? No, they got Oliver Giroud. I mean, they finished 5th. Haaland's at Madrid. I mean, what's Madrid's side looking like? Yuri Tillemans, Matt De Ligt. I mean, this is an interesting squad. Jadon Sancho, Madrid are brilliant, apparently. Barcelona, what's Barcelona's side looking like? They got Issa Diop, Macho Monreal. Wow. Santi Ramos Mingo, Koln, I remember him. They got Oliver Giroud. Please tell me there's a top goal scorer. Oh, he's not. I mean, Barcelona. Is their manager sacked yet? Pablo Manzano, he's not. I mean, he's going to be. Who's Madrid's manager? Zinedine Zidane! No way. That's brilliant. I love that. I bloody love that. Elche, Eibar, Getafe getting themselves relegated. Valencia second. Who did they sign? Reguilon is their key player. I want to know where Messi went, so I am going to have a look at Messi in a minute. They got Abraham. Interesting sight. Valence. So who got third? Atletico Madrid. They got Martin Odegaard. Big Martin over here. Playing for the Madrid that you wouldn't be expecting him to play for. Ruben Diaz, Joe Gomez, Ramsdale. He's definitely won a lottery to be playing at Atletico Madrid. Blimey. Who else here? Any weird ones? Joaquin, Isaac, Havertz. This random striker. As if he's their striker. To be fair, he's got 6 goals in 4 first-team appearances. Right, that is bizarre. Seville. I mean, the best thing now is that if Messi's got relegated at Elche or something, they haven't. Pepe Castillo's got himself relegated with Elche. I mean, where is Messi? That's what I want to ask. He's a free... Are teams okay? Like, what? Messi's a free agent. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'll buy him. I mean, he's free. Oh, I can't. Damn. I mean, I'm not a manager, so... What about Neymar, then? What? This can't be right. What? Really? Really? That is bizarre. Neymar, what about Mbappe? Right, so there is a lot of players here that are still free agents. What about De Bruyne? He's still a... Wow, okay. So whoever picks these boys up could change their squad massively. I mean, let's go to the Bundesliga. Bayern. Who would have thought it? No. Oh, what? No. Bayern, Hertha BSC. I've decided to just turn up and win the league in Germany. I mean, props. What's their squad then? Jude Bellingham. I mean, not a squad that you'd be... Joshua Zirkzee. I mean, wonder kid. Tony Fuchs. Keep your jokes to yourself. Where's the likes of Salah then? His agent, Mane? Oh, right. Firmino. I'm just choosing all Liverpool players. He's at... Firmino's at Sport... I don't know what team this is. But he's in Brazil. He's back in Brazil. Right. What about France or PSG? Good. PSG, have they won the league? They haven't. They have not won the league. Monaco have won the league. Right. Monaco side... I mean... It's not great, I must say. I mean, who's the most valued player? This guy, Roberto Inglese. Is that how you say it? I'm assuming it is, right? Oh, excuse me. Roberto Inglese is their key player. He scored 12 goals in 22, winning them the league in France. PSG have had their sort of... I mean, it was Monaco last time that broke the duck for PSG, and it's Monaco again. Nantes getting third. Yeah, with a side that... I mean, it's interesting. And Nice getting relegated with a very large squad. Blimey, probably one of the largest squads we've... Jesus Christ, Nice. Are you trying to hog everyone? Blimey. That is... I mean, bizarre. I mean, nothing's really changed massively. Yeah, I think next season will be the big season. I mean, we'll have a look at Bayern squad. I've got to look at it. Julian Brandt, Daniel Amati. What a player. Lars Bender, 32-year-old, gotten from Leverkusen. Oscar, is that the Oscar? It's not. I always get confused. So I've done Italy. No, I haven't done Italy, have I? Who's the dominant force in Italy? Or is it Juventus? Juventus have won Serie A! You are kidding me. Udinese got relegated. I mean, it's not that dissimilar, really. Who have Zebra got? Florentino Luis, what a boy, what a man. Who else? No, Renato Sanchez. I remember when he was like the next big thing. Wow, they've got a lot of injuries. Jesus. I mean, not really anyone massive there. Florentina. I mean, there's some weird players here. Really weird players. Eddie South, this guy. I mean, we need to crack on, otherwise we are going to be going into a long video here. Inter. I mean, I think that's... So, France... I think that's all of them, right? All the big leagues. I haven't got Portugal loaded. So what we'll do now then, we've had a very brief look at Season 1. Season 5 is the big one, and I'll see you there. I'm a moron. I nearly forgot. The European competitions. And you can see from there immediately. I mean, we'll go to it to see who they were against. It looks like that Real Madrid have won the Champions Cup against Manchester City. I mean, after extra time as well, was it heartbreak? It was Haaland getting himself on the score sheet. Jesus, 15 goals in 26. I mean, for his standards, that's pretty low for Haaland at the moment. I mean, was there any weird like teams in there quite late on? Not really. First knockout round, Besiktas maybe? Not really. Lokomotiv Moscow getting battered by Liverpool. What about the Euro Cup? Arsenal against Leipzig. Leipzig actually beat Barcelona. Sivasspor actually got themselves into the semi-final. Gallen. I mean, this is a lot stranger than what I thought it'd be. Zora. Where are right then. I mean, this probably is the time for not necessarily unknown, but obscure teams to get themselves far in the European competitions because teams just aren't that strong. So, I mean, yeah, Arsenal have decided to win a trophy. Phil Foden is the home at the helm, and Alan McGregor and Paul Waring as captain and manager. I mean, bizarre, but I'm sure it's going to be even more bizarre when we go to Season 5. I'll see you there. Again, I'll try and not mess up this time. How much has football changed within the past 5 years that we have been away in our sort of free agents experiment that we have currently going on? Now, I'm not too sure what I think is going to happen. I don't really have an idea, if I'm honest, just because, as we saw from the end of the first season, some of the big teams still were able to get sort of the better players that were free agents, albeit a lot of the big players, so to speak, were at teams that we never really expect them to be at. But, you know. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm not too sure how much is going to actually change. Within 5 years, you probably would have expected a few things to be a little bit different. I think probably the 15-year mark is where things will probably start to get a little bit strange because obviously we'll have regens, we'll have a lot of the sort of big players starting going on to retiring, so potentially going on to sort of smaller teams, but we'll have to wait and see. So I think, as it was at the end of the first season, the three main players that we're going to go for straight away is going to be the Mr. Lionel Messi. Has he retired? I think he's retired. No, yes. Oh, Lionel Messi retired. Right. So, did he not? I don't think anyone picked him up. No one picked him up when he became a free agent. Wow, that is... Imagine being Messi and you were at the likes of a team like... Any team didn't want him, apparently. That is utterly bizarre. So, Lionel Messi retired at 34... and did not make any more appearances for any other club. So maybe his loyalties were still at Barcelona and he didn't want to go to any other club. I mean, that is very, very strange. He was so close to getting to that potentially 500 goals as well if he would have played for a few more years for Barcelona, potentially been able to make it if he'd gone back to Barcelona. But apparently that wasn't the case. And is Ronaldo still at Manchester United? What? Wait, what? Is this the Ronaldo? Is it? It is. Wow, right. I did not know Ronaldo was a scout. I did not know that Fat Ronaldo. This is it. Him, right? Yeah, it is. So Ronaldo is a scout, right, for Valencia. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. I can't spell his name right. Cristiano Ronaldo. Right, he's retired as well. I mean, at 39 is probably a little bit more understandable, but he made 111 appearances for Manchester United within 4 years. So he retired last year and last season, scoring 66 and 111 for Manchester United. So still doing the business. Is he considered like an icon or a legend? He is. He's considered a legend. You can't see it. God damn it. Right, move my camera, Alex. So as you can see, he is considered a legend at Manchester United, which is to be expected, right? So him returning to the club, getting 66 and 111 goals, very, very good return. And, I mean, it could happen in real life. You never know. Did he win anything when he went back to Manchester United? He did. Did they win the Prem? We'll have to have a look. I mean, what has Ronaldo brought back the Premier League for Manchester United? We'll have to wait and see. So I think the next person is going to be Neymar. And he's at Porto. No. He went to Liverpool. Wait, what? I mean, right. What? Gave him on loan to Porto, Liverpool. I mean, that is an interesting... Right, that is quite bizarre, because you'd expect like a player like Neymar, who still at 33 has a lot to offer for most sides in world football, but apparently Liverpool do not care and have just loaned him out to Porto after being a sort of a regular for Liverpool there, only scoring 10 and 33 though in his first season, 3 and 28 and 1 in 15. So I mean, 1 in 15 is a very bad return considering he got a 7.6 rating. So where did he play? He must have been playing on the left wing, I'm guessing, but I'm assuming Liverpool probably didn't win the league then, if the likes of Neymar wasn't scoring a lot of goals, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, speaking of Premier League, let's go there, and right, well, that is a little bit underwhelming, innit? That is a little bit underwhelming, right? So, Manchester City are brilliant, apparently. Manchester City are absolutely fantastic within the past 5 years. All 5 years, they've won the Premier League. And Fulham getting in 5th this year. I mean, this is a great plug-in. Twitter, here. If you want to see that happen while I'm in charge of Fulham, go there. That was a perfect... advertisement there for my Twitter and Twitch. I mean, that couldn't have worked out better. No, but Fulham in 5th, Arsenal in 4th, you'd love to see it. Chelsea in 3rd, United in 2nd, City in 1st. And any weird teams there? I mean, Newcastle, West Ham, Blackburn getting relegated. Troy Parrott's at City. Sunderland originally got him from Tottenham. So Sunderland got quite the player on their hands, and they got 20 million from City as well. And City and Troy Parrott looked like a match made in heaven. 32 goals in 37 with an 8.1 rating is absolutely astonishing. Jesus Christ. And then, I mean, it looks like he got Sunderland into the Championship, but then the Prem, they're not. They are currently 1st in the Championship, though. So it looks like they are winning the league. I mean, they have won the league. So what about the previous seasons? Has there been any interesting scenarios? So last season, Southampton getting in 5th, Arsenal getting in 7th. Where's Fulham? Oh, Fulham in 12th. So Fulham had a massive sort of great year this year to go from 12th to 5th. United, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Rotherham in the Premier League, Leicester in 5th. So nothing's really changing. As I said, I would have originally... Tottenham got relegated. And Everton. I mean, the second year of the Premier League was the most bizarre year, apparently. Wow, right. Tottenham got relegated. Who did they bring in their first season? So... they didn't bring in. They brought in Zach Rogers, who that is probably a big reason as to why they got relegated. Right, that is a very bizarre set of circumstances, and I mean Tottenham came straight back up, right? And they came straight back up, and then they finished 16th, and they finished 7th this year. So on their way back up, Everton, they've gone back to the Prem, but they did have a season in the Championship, and then they did get themselves promoted. So that the second season was most bizarre so far, and then we obviously did look at the first season where Man City did win the league, but nothing bizarre going in the Prem really. As I said, I think the next 15 years will be the next interesting one, or 15 years, so 10 years, 2035 should I say. So that is the Premier League done. What about Spain? Right, Barcelona are in 6th. Okay then, Barcelona are in 6th. Right, that is once again pretty bizarre. They've got Reece Nelson, Hudson-Odoi, Issa Diop, Leroy Sané they managed to get in. They've got a massive squad, by the way. Jesus. They've got a huge squad. Alexis, is he a regen? He's not. So Barcelona, wow. Barcelona's sort of fall from grace. They've probably been the team that's been impacted the most so far. Obviously, Real Madrid have won every single league bar 2023, where Atletico Madrid did win it. We'll have a look at them in just a second. So Real Madrid winning the league. They've got Haaland. They've got a guy called Christian, not off WWE. They've got Ansu Fati. I mean, that is controversial, isn't it? Ansu Fati's gone, no, Barcelona, I'm sorry. But yeah, sorry, mate. I'm going to go to your arch rivals. So Ansu Fati doesn't give a stuff. Luis Figo, if anything. Inaki Williams, Ziyech from Chelsea. They got De Ligt, who obviously was rumoured to be going there quite a lot before he joined Juventus. So Real Madrid managed to get their hands on Matthias De Ligt. Any other interesting players here? João Felix, Lautaro Martinez. I mean, it's no surprise that they've won the first division, to be fair. But Fabio Silva from Wolves, right? No, from Porto, sorry. I mean, wow, he is ridiculous, but he has been unreal. Jesus, 25 goals. I mean, Haaland, 21. Haaland's obviously pretty nuts on this, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yes, he is. He's absolutely stupid. Real Hispalis in 4th. We did have a look. They do have Fabio Silva. Have they got a decent squad? Martinelli, Dani Olmo, Fabio Silva. So they got a few sort of wonder kids, so to speak. I mean, they have got some ridiculous players, to be fair. So potentially Real Hispalis becoming a European powerhouse in the next few years if all their players can develop relatively well. So what about the past few years? Let's have a quick gander. So Barcelona got 4th, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. Bilbao got relegated that season. Atletico Madrid did win the league. Real Madrid looks like took them to the final day. I mean, Atletico Madrid, are they any good? They got Isaac Marquinhos, Tom, just a guy called Tom. He is a regen. Vinicius Jr., Ruben Diaz, Joe Gomez. I mean, they have got a decent defence by the looks of it. How good is Ruben Diaz? Yeah, he's pretty decent. Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez hasn't developed brilliantly, to be fair. Wow, they bought him from PSG originally and City. Wow. So in 5 years, he's had 4 clubs. So, right. So Joe Gomez has left Liverpool, gone to Atletico Madrid. Man City bought him for 32 million. PSG have then bought him for 31 million. And then he's gone back to Atletico Madrid for 49 million. What was the point, Atletico? Literally, what was the point? Ruben Neves, one of my all-time favourite midfielders ever. David Neres. I mean, they have got a really good squad, to be fair. Atletico, you're probably surprised that they're not winning the league as much. So what about... That was our first season, so yeah. So Sevilla and Hispalis seem to be the two teams that are the up-and-coming team, so to speak. They finished 7th last year, and they finished 4th, and Seville 3rd. So Espanyol and Seville are slowly catching the two Madrid sides. And then Sporting Coruna Extra getting relegated. And then, Tammy Abraham has got top goal scorer. Well, 3rd top goal scorer, should I say. Right, Bundesliga. Have Bayern won every single one? No, they have not. Hertha BSC have apparently won at some point in the first season. At the end of the first season? No, they won at the end of the first season. Yeah. That's what confused me. So Hertha are still keeping Bayern sort of on their feet a little bit in the Bundesliga. Dortmund have dropped off massively. Mason Greenwood, top goal scorer for Hertha. So he's left Manchester United. He had a weird career. Yes, they bought him from Porto. So Mason Greenwood tearing it up in Germany. Eric Garcia, any other? I mean, I don't really recognise any. Joshua Zirkzee, previous wonder kid in FM. So Hertha Berlin seems to be keeping an eye on, keeping up with Bayern. And then Bayern's team must be decent, right? Julian Brandt, Lee Kangin, Luis Gomez, Emerson, I believe he's from Barcelona. Yes, he was at Barcelona. I thought he was. Anyone else? Benakir, so from AC Milan. We obviously had him during the Milan save, or the current Milan save. So nothing really, any players here that is massive, I'd say. What about the past few years? Let's have a look. So Leipzig keeping up with Bayern. Obviously Hertha, Dortmund 4th. Dresden getting 7th. They got relegated, right? They did. Wow. They've had a horrendous season. Did they sell all their key players or something last year? They must have, right? No, they didn't. So they must just have had an absolutely ridiculous year. Or the players that they had were superior to the players that any other teams could have got in at the time. So they've literally gone from getting European football to then getting relegated within a year. So Dresden haven't had the greatest time. Hamburger getting relegated, Augsburg, Dusseldorf, Bayern winning, obviously. Dortmund have sort of fell off a little bit by the looks of it. Dortmund 3rd, 5th, 4th, 5th. So Dortmund need to start doing something here. The managers actually lost their job. St. Maximin's at Dortmund. Anyone else here? Tyler Adams, Zito. Anyone else? Not really. Timo Werner's listed though. Wow. Apparently Dortmund do not value Timo Werner. He's been quite prolific for Dortmund, to be fair. So I'm surprised they don't value him that strongly. I mean, his attributes are... Wait. That's not... What? What? I'm super confused here. Is this the Timo Werner? It is, right? It is. So... Right. He is not... Has he had a massive injury or something? No. I mean, Timo Werner is not great by the looks of it. I don't know if this is the Timo Werner, though. I think it is, right? Yeah, it is. And then he's gone to Lille and then Dortmund. Right. Okay, so Werner's not great. Then this guy's second goal scorer for Leipzig, Mohamed Ali from Qatar. So, wow. So Leipzig actually bought this guy from Qatar and he's been brilliant for them. I mean, just a random player from Qatar is apparently the second best goal scorer in the Bundesliga. Potentially a big move for this guy. And then Eduard from Celtic getting bought going to China. And then Bayern have bought him for 44 million. I mean, he's okay. I wouldn't say he's a world beater though. Really. Bayern side, we've already looked at Bayern side, haven't we? So once again, Bundesliga hasn't really changed. Obviously, there's only so much that I can show in one video. Otherwise, if I showed everything, every single team, we'd be here for about 7 hours. But if there's anything specific you'd like me to have a look at, feel free to put it in the comments, and I'll definitely have a look for you, specific requests for you if you have any in the next video. So we are going to go to Serie A now. Serie A, Juventus. Come on, FM, do something ridiculous for me, please. Milan have got second. That makes me feel bad. I mean, we'll go to the top goal scorers. So, I mean, a random regen here. He's 19. He's third top goal scorer for Torino, who didn't have the best of years. So, Juventus dominating every single year. Any interesting players? Florentino Luis, I think we had Joshua Kimmich. Moise Keane still there? Yeah. So he's gone back to Juventus. So he left Everton, went to Cadiz in Spain. Didn't really have a great few years, but then Juventus decided to splash the cash on him. Giori left, went to Newcastle, and then went to Bayern, and then has gone back to Juventus. So Juventus are buying quite a lot of players by the looks of it. What's their recent transfer history? 75 million. Wow. They bought Donnarumma on a free, but he's gone to City. Oh, yeah, Donnarumma has gone to City, hasn't he? And then anyone else? Any other big players? So 75 million. Let's sort it by fee here. So Papetti from Atalanta. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not, like, ridiculous amounts. Fabio Cardozo from West Brom, who's now at Benfica. So they literally bought him from West Brom, who didn't have great years. Juventus splashed 80 million on him, played 3 games, and sold him for Benfica. I mean, Juventus, what was literally the point? Then Milan still got Regen in charge, who looks like a pretty decent manager, to be fair. He has won a trophy with them as well. Yet to win a league, though, and a lot of their players are wanted or need to go on loan. Jesus wept. Oh my God, the size of their squad. Holy shit. Right, Milan are greedy. Look, right, wait, right. How many players have they got in their first team? 71. They've got 71 people in their first team. What? Milan, are you alright? What's their wage structure? Their wages must be all over the place, right? Yeah, their wages must be all over their place. How do I wage? Oh my, I mean, that's not horrendous. I think it looks like a lot of these are actually not regens, but like young players. I mean, Jesus, that is still a lot of money. What? They're probably spending about 2 million, I'm going to say, 2.5 million. Probably about that. I might be wrong. You'll have to. I mean, if you got quick maths, do it quick. But I'm going to say probably 2 million. They'll probably spend a week, which isn't terrible, to be fair. They've got Rafa, Paulo Dybala, 31-year-old Paulo Dybala. He was at Wolves, and then Milan did buy him. I mean, where are Wolves? Did Wolves buy any? They've got Pepe. It's not the Pepe, though. I mean, there's so many Pepes in football nowadays. Rafinha from Everton. George Baldock. I mean, Wolves are a curious side. And then Inter. Hugo Lloris is there. Alex Blanco. I mean, once again, yet to win a league, Inter, since we've started. Jota. That's not the Jota, though, is it? No. Luis Alberto, he must be pretty old, 32. Luis Alberto in FM is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. Luis Alberto is redonkulous, and he's had quite the career so far. He went to China again, and then PSG stumped 45 million on him, and then sold him a year later to Inter for 13. I mean, Luis Alberto is worth a lot of money. His attributes are pretty impressive. Once again, Inter have a huge squad. I mean, a lot of these are probably like at the start of the game, like at just random players they've got or bought. So, what about? We'll have a look at Napoli. Anyone? Not really. Hector Herrera. I mean, once again, huge squad. Serie A seems to have massive squads, weirdly enough. And then Roma. I mean, I don't recognise any of these players. They've got Serge Gnabry, I know him. Szczesny, Varane. Anyone else? Not really. I mean, Varane, has he had a bit of an interesting career? He went to Liverpool on a free. Then Roma bought him for 15 million. I mean, Varane, what has happened to you, mate? What has happened to you? Jesus. Has he just not played? He's had quite a lot of injuries, to be fair. Wow, he has had a lot of injuries. Holy wow. Right. I mean, Varane's not had a great few weeks, has he? He was out for I think he's missed about 7 months worth of football in the past 5 years, so it's not been great for him. And the Serge Gnabry, once again, has he had a lot of injuries? Yes, he's had a lot of injuries as well. Oh my God, right. Serge Gnabry is not great. I mean, the thing is that a lot of these players might not have played a lot of football. So he didn't play a lot over Monaco's time. And obviously it all depends on training facilities as well, which could impact the players in general. So that's Serie A. So the final one is going to be France. Now, France, how have you done? Right, Monaco and PSG seem to be fighting it out, and PSG got 102 points this year. I mean, actually, no, before we go back, we'll go back to Serie A and we'll go through the rest of a few years very, very quickly. Any weird ones? Not really. Nothing's really changed. And then France League 1. And then PSG Monaco constantly fighting it out. Random regen here who has got 9 finishing for a striker. Right then. So PSG squad, they got Trincao, Diego Jota, Declan Rice. I think we actually had a look at PSG initially, don't we? Max Aarons and Didi. They got Bernardo Silva. How's Bernardo Silva on this year? I mean, yep, he's not bad. Any injuries? Any major injuries to speak of? Quite a few, to be fair. Once again, missed a lot of football. Where's he been? So he's been at PSG since we released him. Right, okay. That makes sense. And then Monaco. So Monaco it's basically been PSG and Monaco fighting it out continuously. And they got Aguirre, Martinez, Bruno Guimaraes for their midfielder. Decent midfielder, has to be said. Their striker is listed. They got Rafinha, Lodi. I think they've not got a right back. They got Rulli, Fabinho. How's he been? He went to City. No, he went to Brazil first, then went to City, and then Monaco bought him this year at 31 years old. Monaco are in the bloody mud, I'm telling you. And then Nantes, Lyon there as well. Lyon, Donny van der Beek. No one there really of particular note. Okay. What about Nantes? Their key players, Bigot. Emmanuel Bigot, who is unreal for 19 years old. Marseille. They've got regen manager as well. Jesus, right. Okay, let's have a quick look, because I don't want this video to be too long. As I said, if you have any specific requests, feel free to put them in the comments. And who got relegated? Any weird teams there? Monaco, PSG, Monaco. I mean, it's just yo-yo, innit? It's just bloody yo-yo. Okay, so I think for the final part of the video, we're going to go to the Champions League. Now, I think the Champions League is going to be sort of a free-for-all a little bit. Not really. Right. I mean, the past 5 winners have been... so it was obviously United, City, Atletico Madrid. So United, Nick Davis is absolutely fantastic as United's manager. And then City winning it 2 years on the trot, and then Madrid finally are getting it. Now, the final for this year is Liverpool versus Juventus. When is that played? 31st of May, so it's today. Oh, the bloody pressure. It's unreal. Everyone loves the Champions League. The champions! or something like that. So has it been played yet? Or, I mean, I thought it was played before this. I've spelt it wrong. Okay. Champions Cup. So as we played, okay, so for God's sake, right. Well, I'll carry on very, very quickly, and then we'll see what happened in the European competitions. Right then, European competitions have well and truly come to an end, and it is Juventus who have prevailed in the European Champions Cup with a penalty agonising defeat here for Liverpool. Who scored for them? So this was Liverpool's squad. Sancho, De Bruyne's at Liverpool now, Valverde. I mean, a very, very strong squad, what must be said, but we're not able to do it in the grand stage. And then Juventus side, which you'd arguably say Liverpool's squad's probably stronger. Yeah, you'd probably say the squad is probably stronger, Liverpool's squad, but apparently the Juventus had the better of the shots and the expected goals, but they managed to prevail in the penalty shootout. However, they didn't play Savic. He's a goalkeeper. It's not the Savic, okay? So Juventus add themselves onto the Champions League Hall of Fame. What about the Euro Cup? Who has won the Euro Cup? Valencia, with Barcelona winning it twice in 5 years. I mean, Barcelona have had a well and truly fall from grace, haven't they? So it was Barcelona, Arsenal, Napoli, Barcelona, Valencia. Valencia beating Hertha BSC in the final. And Abraham leading the line. Reguilon, Romero, Militao, McKennie, Marcos Antonio. He's still pretty good. Who else? Arthur, Pedrinho, Thuram, and Abraham. And then Hertha, Greenwood, Ediemi, Camavinga. Is he ridiculous? Yes, he is. He is. Yep, he's really. He got 14 assists. Wow. On midfielder as well, 6 goals. Blimey. 105 million they bought him for from Newcastle. Jesus wept. That is insane. 105 million. That is mental. Wow, that is absolutely mental. So, yeah, Valencia win the Euro Cup. And what about the Ballon d'Or? Let's go to the Ballon d'Or very, very quickly to see. So, it's Haaland. No, Lukaku won the Ballon d'Or. Right, I mean, he scored 40 goals and 55 for Manchester City. I mean, yep, Lukaku's been really, really good for City. They got him from Inter, obviously, and he's been pretty good, and then PSG buy him for quite a lot of money. And then Haaland getting second, then Haaland winning it alongside Mbappe's at City. I mean, it's been between the past 4 years, it's between Lukaku, Haaland, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Haaland, Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo. Haaland, then Lukaku, and then Haaland, Mbappe, Lukaku. Right. That is, I mean, Mbappe and Haaland are fighting it out. Obviously, roughly the same age as well. So they're going to be fighting out for quite a long time. Troy Parrott getting Footballer of the Year. Lukaku getting it for City. Dusan Tadic for United. Ronaldo, and Mbappe and obviously Haaland are going out for it. What about World Golden Ball? So, Lionel Messi. So, no awards was given in our first year. I'm assuming it's because no one played, basically. And then Ronaldo won it for United. Then Mbappe and Troy Parrott. So, 3 players from City getting it in the past 3 years. Looks like City are going to be dominating for quite a few years to come with the squad that they have. Oh my God, they are absolutely ridiculous. They've got Mbappe and Parrott, Havertz, De Jong, Antony. He's from Ajax. Is he from Ajax? I think he's from Ajax, right? I'm not sure. So, very interesting squad, so to speak. A very strong squad. They do have Kurt Zouma and Harry Kane. Harry Kane can't even get in the first team. He's played 23 games. 3 years on the trot. He hasn't scored a lot of goals for them, though, however. What about the biggest transfers? What are we saying here? World transfers. So, biggest transfers are these. So, Cherki from Lyon to Hertha. Dean Henderson to go to Liverpool. I mean, there's a lot. Any interesting ones here? David Brooks going to Leicester for 42 million. What about the year before? Sancho, Camavinga, this guy, 30 years old, of which Liverpool decided to spend 57 million on him. No one else. Tonali going to PSG. PSG spending 74 million on Tonali and Didi, so their midfield is pretty settled. Havertz going to City. Pedro Neto. Gabriel Jesus going to Arsenal. Ben Godfrey going 40 million to Manchester United. So once again, Manchester United spending a lot of money in 2023. 2022, Trincao. Sterling going to PSG. PSG's squad is ridiculous by the sounds of it. Yes, it is. Van Dijk and Declan Rice tearing it up at the back for them. Yet to win a European competition, though, PSG. So maybe a little bit disappointing on their end. Then the first year that we did it, Inaki Williams, Kurt Zouma, John Pakeko going for 27 million, right, random player. And then the first year, we're not going to see any big players here really, other than Ziyech, who, I mean, that's weird. Right, that is strange. Apparently, that must be a pre-made transfer. Yeah, it will be, isn't it? It's a pre-made transfer. Okay. So, I think that is going to bring us to the end of our first episode here with the experiment. Obviously, it's my first experiment on this channel, so do let me know if you enjoy these and if you want to see more of them. I think they're so interesting. I love them. And I'm sure we'll be doing more sort of strange experiments in the future. But do let me know, and obviously do let me know if there's any specific questions you'd like to see on this video. Obviously, we're going to do 3 videos, as I said, 15 years and 30 years, and then that'll be the end of this sort of experiment series for free agents. So yeah, do let me know. However, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to give it a like. If you do enjoy my content, if you subscribe, that's very much appreciated. And do let me know what you think I can improve on, feedback, stuff like that. Always very much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.